We're going to be calling Shanon high.
Downey, this is your team. Please get us a Dairy Queen. We miss you, Downey. Please. Home, Downey.
My name is Shanon High, and I'm going to be your junior class president.
Whoa, where'd the seat cushion go? We forgot. Shannon, where's Shannondale? Do you know about this?
They'll never notice.
Twice! You lost twice!
Welcome, everyone. First ever episode of The Shanon Show. Happy to have you all here, and happy to have a very special guest. I just want to let you guys know what this show is all about. It's going to be about talking to military kids, hearing their stories, and sharing them all around the world. And this guest has no shortage of stories, let me tell you that. This guest is Jonny Hoppe. Jonny Hoppe, welcome to The Shanon Show.
What it do, baby? Yes, sir.
How you doing? How you feel being the first guest ever on the show?
So honored, man. You know, I'm a little salty. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't the first pick.
No,
Okay.
I mean,
look, no disrespect to Kenny G. All right, the man's good. Hey, Kenny, if you're listening, I love you, man.
I love you too,
But
Kenny.
look, I mean, hey, Katie went second, right? So it's okay.
Right.
I'll be all right. And I'll give you a little plug right now. All right, I know Kenny wasn't there, right?
Right.
But look, Shanon beat Steve Harvey at his own job.
I did beat Steve Harvey.
Look, Steve Harvey, what does he do? He's in front of like 20 people in the audience, and they all have like a gun to their head, like they have to laugh. You did Family Feud in front of the entire school, and you pulled it off. If you can do that, I think you can be a pretty good podcast host. So, hey, I'm calling you out,
Kenny. That's what it's all about.
And you better be next.
Kenny, I'll see if Kenny wants to get on the show after this. Everyone's going to want to get on the show
Everyone's
after this.
going to want, I'm telling you, man.
We'll see.
They don't know what's coming.
So, Jonny, a lot of people who are watching might not know too much about you. I know you pretty well, but just want to get into a little bit about yourself. You're pretty interesting. You're bilingual. Actually, more than that, I think. Have you been interested in family heritage, history? So just tell us a little bit about like where were you born, where your family's from.
Yeah, no, I got you. So I was born in Germany. To be in Germany. My dad was in the army, and my mom was an immigrant from Albania. I'm basically Greek.
Albania, basically.
Basically. And yeah, so I lived there for a couple years. And I mean, anyone that's in the military family knows how it is when you move all over the place. So anyway, just quick recap. I went to Texas, New York City for a couple years. That's why I'm a Yankees fan. I'm an actual Yankees fan.
Oh my God,
I mean, if you're a baseball fan and you don't know anything about baseball, you're either a Dodgers or a Yankees fan, right? But I'm an actual legit Yankees fan.
Yeah, but who's your basketball team, Jonny? Who's your basketball team?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Hey,
You're
I love
Milwaukee
Giannis.
fan.
Hey, if Giannis goes to like
bandwagon.
Orlando, I'll go to Orlando. Anyway, and then I moved to Okinawa, Japan, and that's where I lived for 5 years. That's where I met my man Shanon in the game of quad ball. We destroyed these dudes 16-2.
Yeah,
and that's when we knew. That's when we knew. We were like, all right, we're taking over this school. So
yeah, that's where we first met. PE class. Coach Davis, PE teacher. Coach Davis, if you're watching, I love you, and I love you even more for leaving us in the hands of Coach Vincent.
Oh yeah, that was something. Dude, you got away with so much crap, man. I cannot believe the stuff you got away with. Oh my man. So anyway, yeah, that's me. And right now I live in Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm about to I've already enlisted into the Marines. I'll be a reservist, and I hope to do my aviation. Oh, thank you. Hoorah. I hope to be a reservist and then come back to Liberty University, get my aviation degree, and become a pilot one day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. Although based off my PUBG piloting skills, I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to be on that first flight, man.
I won't be. Don't you worry about that.
All right. Hey, free tickets, man.
Yeah, so let's get into the, how we started to really get to know each other a little bit more, which was sophomore year baseball team. And I mean, I just want to talk about that baseball team a little bit. I don't think we appreciated it for how great it was at the time.
I mean, we were just going day by day. I mean, okay, look, the biggest thing was the championship, right? That was always what was on our mind.
Yeah.
But I think it took a while to get there. Like the first half of the year, we were just getting smacked like 20-0 to all these like Japanese teams, and it was just and obviously you rubbed the wrong way with a couple of guys. I don't know how much you want to get into that. Because I mean, you know me, I'm just chilling there.
Don't want Mr. Eggers on this thing.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Chuck. Hey, first of all, no, but it was an experience for sure. I'm still. It's crazy that was actually the last baseball game that I've actually.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I remember taking a knee out in left field with you. Sorry. Just taken in the moment because I wasn't sure if I was going to move either, and neither of us could have expected what happened next year.
No, that was.
But I mean, that team. We had Sammy, Adam, JP. Kyle was our ace. Kyle had a. We won't talk too much about Kyle in that championship game. I mean, he was a great pitcher.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
He was good. Eric behind the dish.
Yeah, you got a little bit of history, bro. We gotta talk about Eric, man. We gotta talk about that Tokyo trip. We have to. All right. Let me set the scene for everybody. Because I don't know, this might be the first time we're breaking it. I don't know if anyone else, other than outside the baseball team, actually knows what the heck happened there.
This is a baseball trip, just so everyone.
Right, baseball. All right, Eric was the catcher. Yep. All right, so we're up in Tokyo. We had just played our first 2 games in the snow. Remember that, bro? Sleet was everywhere. It was so cold. We won both games. We're feeling hype, right? So we go back, Hardy Barracks. Somehow we have the entire floor, bro. The entire floor. I don't know. Maybe there were people, but they were like too scared. Like, what the heck is going on out there? Like, we had the entire floor decked out, right? Shanon and I. So wait, it was Big Eye, right? I think it was me and Isaac. We had the room, but then Shannon, you came in and
it was JP's room as well. It was also JP's room.
That's right. JP was like, "What have you guys done?"
That's
like,
key for later in the conversation.
We flooded the toilet. We like put the couch up. Oh, the vertical couch. You put a painting up in the bathroom, man.
I put a painting in the shower, yes.
In the shower, that's right. Oh, man, it was all crazy. I remember Isaac and I, we had, like, left marks, like, on the wall, and we were cleaning it for, like, 30 minutes, bro. Anyway, so that's going on. And then the seniors, or some of the seniors anyway, they're going room to room, right? They're turning off the lights. They're, beating us, as you do.
Beating the crap out of these kids.
Right. I mean, it's initiation. I don't know. I don't think I ever went to Bird Squad. I don't think they ever did that to me. But
no, that was not really my thing either.
No, it wasn't your. I was like,
thank God.
Yeah, who knows what's going on there? So, last but not least, we get to Eric's room, and I think he had locked it. Wasn't it locked for like 20 minutes?
Yeah. Let me just jump in real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Eric's his bedroom's door was locked, so we couldn't get in, and we were like trying to get him to let us in, and he's not that stupid. He wouldn't let us in, right?
We were there for like 20 minutes, right?
Exactly, just trying to get in, and because he knows what's coming, and this is a long time coming. Everyone wants to kick Eric's ass. Like, this is just, he deserves this. So the 2 rooms, they're connected with a bathroom in the middle.
Right.
So we go over to Nick's room, and poor Nick, if you're listening, I'm so sorry about this.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Poor Nick. Someone convinced Nick to open the door for them. And Nick, you didn't deserve this, man. You really didn't. But you got your butt kicked so bad. I walked in, and he was in tears. He was in the corner crying.
Yeah.
I wasn't in on the beating. I got there a little late to the scene. I'm like, what'd you do to this kid? And no one cared. It's like, we did what must be done. So we go to the connecting bathroom, and now we're knocking on that door because Eric locked that one too.
Who was it? Pepe that ended up getting him to open it? Do you remember who it was?
If Pepe convinced them, I don't know. I cannot imagine a scenario where I would unlock a door knowing what was about to come. But it was way worse than even he could have imagined.
Oh, man. Yeah. So anyway, let me pick it up.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
We rush in the room 10 seconds. All right,
this is like the hounds of hell.
I ended up with a sock, actually. So he's just on the floor. You grab a pillow, right? And wait,
one second. Okay, Kyle has both of his legs wrapped up, and that's right, Eric's flopping around like a fish, and Kyle's just holding on to both of his legs trying to keep him still. I was like, I don't know why you grabbed a sock. Everyone was in there from what I know. And yes, then someone said, Shanon, they looked at me, nodded. I grabbed a pillow.
It was time. And we thought, all right, he's going to give him a couple of whacks. It's going to be fun. Nah, man. Shanon went all out, bro. You even saying stuff. Can you remember what you were saying?
I remember exactly what I was saying. This is for all the balls you made me pick up. This is for all the equipment I had to take to the cage and back. All the times I had to get the machine out. I was into it. I was a little.
He left nothing out. He was just going at him. And you could tell. Once that last one struck, you could tell in Eric's face, bro, it was over. It was over. He was about to get him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was over for you, dude. I don't know what happened.
I got out of there so fast after that.
There, and I can't. And it's hazy. I don't remember how they got to you. It's like it was me and you. Was it just me and you?
Oh, I'll let you know what happened, man. We're in the room. So I go back to your room, Isaac's room, and JP's room. So it's me, you, and Isaac in there. And JB comes knock on the door. And JP's like, yo, let me in, man. JP, I love you, but I hate you so much for this. He's like, man, this is my room. Just let me in. And I'm like, do not let him in. Whatever you do, do not let him in. And I don't know if it was you, Johnny, or if it was Isaac. Somebody opened that door, and JP walks in. He's like, I'm so sorry. He apologizes immediately. And you were back behind the door somehow. So I see out of the corner of my eye, you slide into the bedroom closet, hiding while, like, we're talking 9, 10, 11 of our teammates sliding in. Some people I had no issues with. Like, I think Andrew was in there. Like,
dude,
what?
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the fun. That's what I remember the most. Is you're trying to crawl away, and then you look back, and you see Chunk like on your legs, and you look so disappointed.
I go, Chowder.
Chowder, no. And he stops for a second. He's like, oh shoot.
Yeah, I'm like, that's my homie. It was Chowder, bro. I almost got out. I was so close. So wait, let me back up just a little bit. There's a wall of them blocking me from the door. And I'm like, we can talk this out. It's not a big deal. I didn't mean it. And then in a second, I just try to bolt. Now, I'm not the fleetest of foot around here. Like, I'm not saying like I was like the Flash, but I managed to squeak through the wall. And I'm so close to the door. And I'm a step away. And I go to pick up my right foot. And I look down. And Chowder's holding onto my leg. Chowder, we were good friends, man. We were good friends.
That's when it started right there.
Oh my God.
I don't know how you got out of that situation, man. How
Chuck comes around the corner, and he looks at me, and I'm like, first of all, I'm not going to say exactly what I said, but I was mad, because if anyone's going to kick my butt, it's not going to be Charlie Eggers, let me tell you that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was
definitely some backstories at it. But hey, I redeemed myself. We got to go there. We did. Hey, 2 months later,
fast forward.
We all knew. All right, that was March. All right, that was like first month of the season. All right, they're on you. We all knew something was going to happen.
You were hiding. You weren't helping me. I was about to get distracted. I was going to get stripped down butt naked and beaten.
It's the rise, fall, and redemption.
Maybe.
It's the rise, fall, and redemption of Jonny Hoppe. Look. All right, we all knew what was going to happen. We all knew they were coming for you at one time or another. Right.
Well, before you got redeemed, they tried to give me one more time.
They did, and you'll have to tell that. But here, I'll tell you my side. Right, this was the first night of Far East? I think that's when it happened, right? Was it the second?
Well, they tried to give me the first time, and then the second time you redeemed yourself.
Right, okay.
All right, so the first time, I was in the shower. Were you there for this one? I don't think you had any part. I wasn't there for either. All right, no. I'll make this quick then. I'll make this quick so we can get to your redemption. I get out of the shower, I open the door, and I start to walk around towards my bed on my side of the room. I start seeing heads start to pop up from all the furniture. It's like one at a time. At first, it's just like Adam, like, oh, what's up, Adam? And then it's Charlie, and then it's Eric, and then Peyton. It's like, I may have screamed. I turn back. I go into the bathroom. Someone gets their arm lodged in the door so I can't close it. And I take down the curtain rod. I start whacking everyone who comes in. Just one at a time. Like, get out. And eventually, Peyton and I are in the shower. It sounds terrible. And like, I turn on the faucet hoping that would deter him, but we just end up both being soaking wet, and he was trying to drag me out. I fended them off this time.
There you go. So that was the first night.
Yeah. So let's get to your redemption.
Then, okay. So I remember they called a team meeting, but I knew it was a team meeting. Team meeting, right?
I thought it was a team.
Yeah, you thought you were in there. And I didn't know exactly what they were gonna do, but I was like, dude, I ain't about this. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna play some Battlefield, whatever. So I'm the only one. And I get this call. And Shannon's like, hey, you need to come down to the room. You need to come open the door. Don't like go in front of the door with the peephole. You just need to come open the door and come let me out. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm here on my phone. I am totally oblivious to what is happening. I'm here on the phone. I like knock on the door. Don't even look. He opens, closes the door. We go back to the room. I have no idea what just transpired. Right, but you got to tell them what the heck.
Yeah, let me explain what I was in deep trouble. I go to the team meeting, and usually the players get to the meeting before the coaches anyway, so it's not like unusual to walk in the room and see only players in there.
Come right away, right? You were like,
yeah, but I was an idiot for this part though. I walked to the back of the room, like closest to the window, because like that was the only open spot. So I stand back there, and then I hear the door click lock, and I'm like, oh my god, bro, are we really doing this? And they all looked at me and they said, we're really doing this. And once again, I cannot explain this enough. these are my friends. These are, like, a few of them really don't like me, but everyone else, I've spent the last like few months playing baseball with these kids.
And Isaac in there as well?
Yeah, I think so.
I must have been the only guy not there.
They were I think Owen and Isaac weren't doing anything. They just want a front row seat, I think, which is disgusting.
Like,
disgusting.
And all that, man.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, they hate me so much for this. I pick up my phone and I'm like, Coach Grubbs.
Yeah, that's right.
I called Johnny. I'm like, Coach Grubbs, I think there's a situation down here in whoever's hotel room it was. And I'm like, yeah, can you come down here right away? And everyone's like, ah. So then, oh my gosh, it was like Moses parting the Red Sea. I just walked right through them straight to the door. Once they heard the knock on the door, yeah, everyone's just so mad because they can't do anything now. And I escaped again. I never did get beat too bad.
No, you never did. You never did. So
the escape artist. Some say I still have it coming. We'll see.
Yeah, they're plotting it. They're plotting it against you, man.
Oh, they're
After
still.
They hear this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we gotta get them."
Oh yeah, if any of them hear it, they're gonna. My God.
Oh man. But yeah, I redeemed myself. You can't get on me anymore.
You didn't know you redeemed yourself though. Like I made you redeem yourself.
No, that's fine. And then sometimes you don't know.
But sometimes you don't know.
You just don't know.
Sometimes you just redeem yourself on accident.
I mean, when you said you were gonna be running for president, I was like, I knew there's gonna be some wacky stuff, but like once you started coming up, I mean, I knew it was crazy. Like, you were going to
when did I tell you?
Yeah, it was the first day of school, right?
First day
in seminar, you were like, dude, we're doing in Guzman's with his terrible jokes. We're going in there. You're like, hey, I'm gonna run for the presidency. I'm like, hey, you need a cabinet, right? And you're like, yeah, dude, you're in that cabinet. I am in there. And come on. I mean, who else was in there? I mean, I think Audrey was in there for like a little bit. She made those posters, right?
Audrey was the real one with those posters. Shout out Audrey. Michaela was in the cabinet.
Yeah, what'd she do?
Brainstorm.
Yeah,
you were in my cabinet. Yes, I did assemble a cabinet to run for the presidency. Right. I had decided earlier that summer. I remember I told Carolina, I'm going to run for junior class president, and she said, no, you aren't.
Oh, that's.
And I was like, oh, yes, I am. So, yeah, famous last words after she saw that speech.
I can't remember. Did I come up with the shopping cart? Was that you?
I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember.
But let me just say this: my initial plan was so much bigger than what it already was. I was getting a red carpet. I was gonna have people throwing flowers at my feet. And it was going to be ridiculous. It was still pretty ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know if you can pull up a video of it. I don't know how it would work, but yeah,
I can roll the video for
straight
them.
Up. I will say I got the John Cena music, so that was all me.
Oh yeah, the John Cena music was perfect.
That's the one that
I'll roll the video after we're done talking about
this. So here we are in front of the entire school, and I push Shanon out on a shopping cart as he's waving the American flag, right? And I guess we didn't plan out the route. We went.
We're going into the gym. Yeah.
I'm going to the gym. I'm going straight to the volleyball net. I'm like, oh shoot, Shanon, you better duck, bro. That's it aloud, like everybody can hear.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you give like Miss Vincent something, like some Cheetos or whatever?
Yeah. So we pull up the curbside to Miss Vincent and Mr. M, and I tossed Mr. M a autographed tennis ball, and I gave Miss Vincent some Cheetos, just because they supported me throughout my campaign.
Naturally, and then I'd swing around. You know, I let you out, you jump out. I'm up with my hands in the air. We knew.
We knew it was about to happen. The best part about that is Miss White's reaction the whole time. Oh my gosh, she hated everything that I did because I just did it way better than she did all the time.
We gotta talk about Family Feud,
like continuously. Yes, I'll get to Family Feud, but this speech. And then it was just so planned out. I had people in the crowd with the signs. They were holding up my signs. And I remember I told Victoria, I said, I'm going to need a biggest fan to come down and be a volunteer. And she said, I'll be your biggest fan. And you can hear in the video, she comes down, she's like, your biggest fan? Yeah. It was good with the Mao Yen and the canoodle bugs.
Remember, he was running unopposed. This was totally unnecessary.
Oh, why'd you mention that? I was gonna say that at the end. You're like, and no one was running against me. Yeah, no.
I had to do it, bro. But hey, man, it was legendary, and I think everyone remembers that. And then you gotta talk about the two things that you created.
Yeah, the Mao Yen and the canoodle bug. The Mao Yen was designed to pay for the speeding tickets of our students.
Naturally.
Which made perfect sense, and some of them had Mr. Clean. You know what's funny with the canoodle bugs too? You guys went. It's our old vice principal on the cockroach. It's my favorite part was like Mr. Koya had like a canoodle bug on his whiteboard, and a lot of teachers had like Mao Yen. It was like an artifact. It was like people like actually hung on to it just to remember. I'm
That was
like,
a
thank
big
you.
deal, man. That was a big
It
deal.
was a big deal. I remember Milanovic is like, that's the best thing that I've seen come out of student council in a long time.
Yeah, because I mean, we're talking about the pep rallies were so dead the
Oh,
first 2
so
years.
bad. So
There
bad.
was the ping pong. There was a ping pong. I don't know if I want to remind you of that.
Don't get into the ping
Don't
pong.
get into the
No,
ping
don't
pong.
bring up the ping
All
pong.
right. We won't
Let's
say that.
go. Let's go to the Family Feud pep rally.
Let's go Family Feud pep rally. All right.
Yes.
So yeah, Shannon tells me, he's like,
Oh,
dude, I'm gonna do Family Feud. I'm like, bro, come on, are you really gonna try to top yourself with that? So and he showed me the whole setup. He showed me the slides. He said, dude, you're gonna do it. And of course, he didn't show me how to do it until the morning of. But whatever. This is how Shannon rolls. So we get there like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's pitch black. We're like, all right, we gotta set this up.
yeah, we
So we're
got there
taking
so
out all
early.
the bleachers, and all that. Did we use the big inflatable TV? Is that what we used?
No, we used a smaller screen, but it was still a pretty big screen. Like
So
everyone
people
could
could
see
still
it in
see
the
it.
gym.
People could still
Yeah,
see it.
for
And
sure.
people like Kenny and Garrett. I know it was sad they weren't there, but this man pulled off
Oh
Steve
yeah.
Harvey better than Steve Harvey, man. It was ridiculous. And then
Yeah,
he got away. You got away.
Oh, wait.
Are we about to do it? Am I about to say it right now?
Go ahead,
You
go
got
ahead.
away with saying gentleman's club in front of the entire school,
Yes.
man.
Well, the question was, well, also a lot of preparation went into this. I actually surveyed 100 students for each question, which took way too much time.
Oh, that's
And then
right. I remember. Yeah.
yes, because it's Family Feud. And one of the questions was, name a place where you would not want to see Dr. Mallon, who was our principal. And
Right.
so many people said strip club. I'm like, why are you guys going to so many strip clubs? I was very confused. But
You're a
yeah,
man of the people. You're a man of the people.
I am
so
a man of the people. And then we had the two teams. We had Miss Eastman, Mr. Koya, and Hayden, the
that
football player.
sounds
And the
about
other
right.
team, and I think Abigail maybe on that team. And then we had like James, Mr. Toor, Miss Nelson on Team Fire. It was Team Dragon and Team Fire, and we made posters for it too and everything. And Sammy was my vice president. I always forget that. He didn't do anything.
Oh no.
Oh, Sammy, I'm so sorry. His attention span's too short. He's not still watching.
He's not watching this.
Yeah, we come out to So What by Pink.
Mm.
That's our intro music. I'm throwing Mao Yen up to all the juniors, and I don't know. It was kind of electric. I mean, I know it's like Kubi and it's not that many kids.
Yeah,
So, I don't know. We were just having a good time.
The whole entire thing, I was able to go dan, 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 dan. I kept clicking X when you said Gentleman's Club. I was like, nah, man, no.
Oh,
and then we totally botched the point system. We were like, we'll let, I think, what team?
Yeah,
and
then I played Fast Money with them too.
Mm.
Oh, Miss White was so mad. She's like, you're supposed to have a 5-minute segment, and I went like 15. I'm like, no one wants to see whatever you have to say, Jean.
Gene.
She's so annoying. Gosh.
Oh, man.
And then I remember I actually talked to Dr. Mallon after that several times, but only one time for the about the Family Feud thing. And he's like, that was really good, very well done. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
You're like, I can't believe it.
I'm like, do you mean it?
Man. And I mean, I can't. Obviously, I was gone by the time prom came around. Now, did you have anything? Yeah, the prom plan, dude. This guy, for the longest time, he swore he would spend the entire prom budget on a horse. Just the entire thing. What was it? Old West? Was that the theme?
No, the plan. I actually made a trifold board showing my prom idea. It was the medieval theme.
That's right, the drawbridge.
Yes. I'm gonna have a drawbridge, and people are gonna be apple bobbing, and it fit in because like we were the dragons, so I thought we could have like a dragon's dungeon. Oh, it was gonna be so cool.
And we were talking about okay. So if you're gonna have a horse, do you have to have a license for a horse?
No, we're like, I'm like. Do I have to have an ID to get it onto the base?
Yeah, what are the gate guards gonna say?
Exactly. If I pull up on a horse. And the thing was, I actually knew a place where I could get the horse. I just needed the money, and Miss White was like, "No." And then it didn't pan out. I felt really bad. But I forget what the actual theme was. It was like Starry Night. Starry Night. How freaking terrible is that? Whoever came up with that, I don't like you. And whoever didn't vote for medieval. Also, it was all the girls voting for like Paris and Starry Night. I'm like, what do you like? I don't know, probably just all from like
didn't understand your genius, man. They didn't
exactly. They watched some like Disney Channel original movie and they're like, "That's my life."
High School Musical up in here. So,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, medieval theme did not pan out.
That would have.
I apologize.
That would have been it. That would have been it. I mean, that seminar. I don't know. Were we in this? I don't think you were in this. You were always in our seminar. Like you guys always popped.
Oh, Miss Vincent?
Yeah, we'd be playing like ping pong and GeoGuessr and all that.
Yeah, I would be like, I remember one time in that seminar, whenever Garrett was still there, I'm like, "Hey, Miss Vincent, will you say anything if like Garrett and I just go down to the cafeteria and play some ping pong for an hour?" And she's like, "I didn't hear anything." Oh my gosh! So we ran down there, played some ping pong. Yeah, it was so cool. I love that seminar. And who was my seminar teacher? I don't even know. I think it was Miss White because I was in student council, Stuco, whatever.
You just roamed, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh gosh, I remember also another student council thing. Whenever we were setting up for prom, you remember Miss Davis, the drama teacher?
Yeah.
And her husband had the fear of glitter.
Oh, dude, her husband. Do you remember Koya Club when he came?
Sparklophobia.
Okay. Do you remember when he came?
Well,
he showed us that Coca-Cola. Anyway, keep on.
No, that's not the same guy.
Is it not?
No, that's Miss Wooten's husband. He's super cool. I'm talking about the drama teacher's husband. I'll put a picture of him up so you guys can see if I can find one. Yeah. He had a fear of glitter, and I showed him a picture. I pulled a prank on him. I showed him the picture. I'm like, "This is our prom decorations," and like I made a document, and all the decorations were covered in glitter, and he freaks out. He's like, "No, this can't be happening." And he calls Miss Davis, and Miss Davis talks to me later. She's like, that's a real thing, Shane. You can't be playing jokes. Oh my gosh, it was great. And then I get there to set up the prom, and I'm like helping hang up lights on a ladder. And he's like, "You have to be 18 under federal law to like get on a ladder."
He didn't pull that, man. He did not.
Who said that? He said that.
God.
He made me get down the ladder. Now, mind you, I'm like, I don't know, 6'4" at the time, so I can reach and do it without the ladder pretty much.
What are you, 6'6" now?
I'm 6'5" now. I like to remind everyone.
In shoes.
In shoes, yeah, you're one of those people.
You
You're like, yeah, I'm 6'2" in shoes, power forward, 6'2". Coach Toor was not the coach of the Kubasaki Baseball team freshman year.
No, so
which is absurd.
I believe, again, no names will be named here. I believe there's some juniors at the time.
It was JP.
It's always JP. It's always JP. There's some juniors at the time. I think that drank when they were supposed to be at practice or whatever, something like that. And then Toor basically got he took the fall for it. I don't know if he did it willingly, but they blamed him for it, and then they basically fired him. And then that started the free tour movement. I don't know if you remember that. People would be saying that.
Powerful movement.
That was powerful, man. Dude, the administration didn't want to hear it, but we gave it to them, man. Every pep rally, we were like, free tour. So
yeah, in my freshman year, I didn't really get that because I didn't know Mr. Toor that well. I mean, I had him in Japanese, but
I think that's why there's a little bit of animosity from the older guys towards you. They're like, this guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, the next year,
could have played Okie boys, but he played with those scrubs.
I mean, I eventually came around to Okie boys.
You did come around for like the last. I remember I hit a triple and then you lined it straight to the third base.
I did third base and you got doubled up.
That's the only thing I remember.
Hard hit ball though. Hard hit ball.
It was hard. It was a
exit velo. That's what's important. Remember, it's not about batting average, Johnny.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, that was a stacked team, and Coach Toor again. Like I think we got to know him a little more the next 2 years. Just how seriously he took that baseball team and how well run it was for. I mean, Kubi's such a small school, like, and he made it feel like a real stateside high school baseball experience.
Right, and I can't talk about junior year, obviously. I mean, I know we'll get to that. So obviously,
that'll be next. Don't you worry about that.
He had to coach a little more that year. Probably we had a little bit more of a rebuild going on.
Oh yeah, and then with less talent, the next year he got us to the exact same spot, and I think that says a lot about him as a coach and a leader. Remember the books he would put together, The Dragon Way. He wrote his own book. He wrote his own book. How to be a good Kubi baseball player,
do you remember
a good person.
Some of the posts he'd had on Facebook, like the fifth, like there's like there's one of them
going
like
forever.
50 different like phrases, baseball phrases and stuff. Yes. The man knows his stuff, So shout out to Mr. Toor, for sure.
And he didn't have to say a whole lot when he was at practice either. I mean, if you know him, he's not the most outspoken person.
No, he's not. He's not.
But I think the way he carries himself, I guess, is
those ground balls.
Ooh, yeah, I'll never forget. Only time you ever see Coach Toor with a smile on his face. 2 times. He's laughing at his own joke. Or 2, if he hits someone in the shin with a ground ball during practice. Oh my gosh, he'll be laughing forever.
That'll get him.
Nick rolling around in the grass.
Him and Grubbs.
Kai Grubbs' knees will be bleeding through his pants. Coach is like, man, that's so.
Oh yeah, Kai's always on his knees over at third base.
Routine.
Shout out to Kai. I know Kai's gonna be watching this. Shout out, man. If you're still watching.
Love you, Kai Grubbs. Shut up. You need to stop getting on your knees for people though. That's.
Whoa.
I have to cut that out.
I think we just lost the girls.
Seriously, might be an issue. Oh yeah, we just lost a viewer. Anyway, so let's get into junior year just a little bit. I know this. A lot of people. I mean, if you didn't really know what was going on, you probably were at school. Right. Johnny was there one day. Next day, where's Johnny? He's not here. He moved.
Like, is it just one of those things? Like, you're just in a conversation. You're like, oh, Johnny's gone. Anyway, like,
you're like, no. I mean, it was like, is he sick? Like, I didn't.
Okay, all right, yeah. I guess I didn't.
It was a weird time. Yeah, you didn't really get the word out. Too much.
I mean, you know, I'm one of those people that, like, I usually don't speak unless spoken to. So if something happens to me, I'm like, all right, I'm gone. It's like, oh shoot, I should have maybe told somebody. So basically, I didn't. Well, I mean, I can break it now for anyone that actually cares.
No, I mean, just one thing. I mean, like, you didn't even tell me. It was your last day. You walked in, you're like, yeah, this is it, man. I'm like,
yeah, you were just it was Lundberg's, right?
Where are we going?
Like,
yeah.
What's going on?
Right? I'm like, now?
I remember a couple of weeks ago, because we had the Thailand trip, right? And a couple of weeks ago, after that, you did the post, like, Hop, you can stop skipping school now. If Mr. West comes back before you, we're going to have to riot.
I do remember that.
I remember that. That was like, yeah. So basically, what had happened? My dad and I, we finessed the system. Because he had retired before the school year had started, and technically I wasn't even supposed to be there. So I'd made it all the way until March. So I don't know what administration was doing, just sitting on their hands. Then one day, like, oh shoot, you're not supposed to.
They're worrying about me.
Yeah, yeah, that was low. Yeah, to get that out of the way first. But yeah, and then one day they're like, so like, dude, you got to get out of here. You know, we sent a letter up to freaking. I think up here in Virginia, like the main head honchos for the military. And I thought if anyone could do it, if anyone could just chill for the last 3 months, it'd be a guy that was a captain of 2 teams. I would have been a captain of 2 teams. And a freaking 4.1 GPA. Like, come on, I'm not trying to, you know, hype myself up. But, like, if they could make an exception for anyone, I was like, come on, you could do me. But, yeah, and those last couple of months were pretty tough, just online school the whole time. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, so you did. This is a big deal, by the way. For like, you had a baseball season ahead of you, a prom day, a ton of friends. Like, it was such a tight knit group. It
was, and it was like I was kind of like we had forgotten about it. Like we knew what we were doing when my dad and I we were like, dude, we're doing something illegal right now. But
that's great. That's great.
But then we went on, and nothing went. You know, no one said anything. We're like, dude, we got these fools. And then they got us. So I mean. It is what it is, though.
And could you tell us the price tag they put on a Kubasaki education?
The price? Oh man, $13.5 grand.
$13.5 grand. Yeah. For anyone who went to Kubasaki, I mean, there's some great teachers at Kubasaki. Don't get me wrong.
But like,
there's a wide range, though. There's a wide range.
That's semester, right? So times 2, that's 27 grand, man.
Exactly.
And I said I wasn't about to. My dad was like, yeah.
So did they prorate it for you since you already finessed the first semester, or were they like, no, you got to pay for that too?
No, you got to. I thought they were gonna make us pay for like the last semester too, you know. So we were like, dude, we're out of here. We don't have anything to do with Kubi. We're gonzo. So I just finished the year online, and then July came around and I was gone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so like I was saying, the wide range of teachers at Kubasaki, you have the Mr. Koyas,
dude,
the Milanoviches on one side.
Koya Club, man, we got to talk about Koya Club a little bit.
Just give me a second. I'm going.
Okay, all right, Milanovic.
And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have someone who I think exemplifies this perfectly in Mr. Philip West.
Oh my goodness, we're going there.
Oh my God,
we're going there, bro.
In case some of you didn't know, Johnny was Commander-in-Chief of the yearbook? What is it called? Commander-in-Chief? Yeah. Or was that Jenna Collins? Was that Jenna Collins? I'm pretty sure she was.
Sophomore year. No, I was Commander-in-Chief.
Oh, so you took over the helm.
I took over that role
junior
year. And look, man, the man said like racist, homophobic, xenophobic, sexist stuff every day. So I just got used to it. So now when I think back, I'm like, yeah, he's a pretty good dude. Like I just got so used to it.
Well, yeah, let me introduce him for just a second. I mean, he got kicked out of the school he got sent somewhere else. I believe he's in Seoul now. But you were closer to him than maybe anybody. Here's my experience. He used to say exactly those exact same things. He would say every day to kids in class. And I think we just kind of accepted it. And whenever I heard what he said to that kid, whenever he got kicked out, I'm like, really? Like he's been saying this for forever.
Dude, I think he said like F off or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's
exactly. That's pretty light for the Westero. Yeah.
Wow, man, they were really reaching on that. But
yeah, first day of school, I walked in. He asked me if my mom was hot.
Hey, that got that relationship going real quick.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we were not on the same page after that.
Did he call you gay or something too?
Oh my gosh, everybody, and this is not like a joking, like that's kind of gay. Not that it's okay to say that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, naturally said it.
Yeah, but like he would say it like in an insulting manner to a child, a freshman.
The man was an enigma, bro. He's just on another level.
So I guess that's my question, Johnny. Is that actually how he was like all the time? I mean, you were in there with him.
I mean, look, that's just his persona. I guess he had gotten away with it for so long that he was just like, I can say whatever I want to these kids. You know, they're not gonna report me. You know, I remember journalism freshman year. Do you remember Max, the Asian Max?
Max is my man.
Max, my man. He used to every day. He used to be like, "Hey, Max, why don't you shut the blinds?" Knowing damn well he wasn't tall enough to shut the blinds. It was such a racist thing. I was like, "Come on, man."
All the time.
But yeah, I mean, you know, once you get to know him, obviously he's a yearbook director, and he took that very seriously. And it was, you know, it was fun to some extent, but it was, you know, only having 15 people on that staff was really tough. And then obviously getting him kicked and then me kicked. I have no idea how that junior book actually became a thing, but we somehow pulled it off. So he's look, he is a human being, you know. It's debatable, but you know, he's once you get to know him, he's better than surface level for sure.
I'm not sure if I believe you about that. I hope he's watching too. I hope he's watching.
There might be a gun at my head right now.
I mean, you used to say it all the time. I hope
yeah, dude, he told me if I didn't sign up for a yearbook, he was gonna kill my first child. That's what he told me.
Exactly. I mean, these are things like, and if you were like, well, he was probably joking, man. Like, it's a one-time thing. No, this was every day to the point where you're like, is this guy joking?
Yeah, man. I just remembered that.
Yeah, all the time. I was getting my permission slip signed for one of the baseball trips. I was going around to my teachers, and he caught me in the hallway. He's like, "Shannon, you skipping class again?" Mind you, I've never skipped a class. Like that's not really my thing, skipping class.
No.
And I walked him back to Mr. Coy's room where he had just signed my paper, and Mr. Coy was like, "Shannon's never caused me any problems, sir." And Mr. West was like, "Oh man, you don't really know then."
Dude, Koya stepping up for you. That's hype, man.
Koya's stepping up for me, yeah. One more story with you. One of my favorite things about Hoppe, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
We were hanging out one night. You're at my house, and we were on the PlayStation. We had both of the PlayStations downstairs. We had the little TV, down there next to the bigger one. Is in Okinawa, and we're playing. And I think we're in the middle of a round, and you're playing, and then an alarm goes off. And mind you, this is like 11:30 at night. and on the screen, it's flashing ab workout. And this man drops his controller, starts planking on my living room floor.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh! That's when I was like, man, Hoppe takes this way too seriously. This is just.
I was getting ready for the season, man. I knew that.
Yeah, you're a hard worker, man. You're a hard worker.
I was, man. That's why, when I had to leave junior year, it was really heart.
I mean, heart scrunching, yeah.
Heart scrunching.
Heart scrunching.
That's the word I was looking for. Oh man, yeah, that was. Well, I appreciate that, man. That's just the work ethic you gotta have, and I think that's, again, not trying to hype myself up, but. When you're in those clutch situations, you got to get those RBIs, And then I think Sammy beat me junior year though. So shout out Sammy. He took my title.
I hit just as many home runs junior year as Sammy did.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was a long ball threat.
Little plug for yourself.
The number was 2, I believe, but
number was 2. We don't need to go into the specifics.
Yeah, I was a real power threat. We're gonna be having shows every Saturday morning. Johnny, let them know.
Oh yeah, every Saturday. Gotta do it. Oh, and do you have our Instagram handles on there as well?
Yes, they're on the screen. They'll be in the bottom corner. You can follow me at sha.hyde and then jhop1129.
There you go. That's where it's at.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, till next time.
Awesome.
The Shanon Show
Peace out, man.